Good morning. Sunday morning here.
Hello, Scout. Scout just busted,
Just busted in the door. We're trying to keep the door closed because my nephew stayed over last night because he likes, it's closer to where he goes out drinking here than his actual home. But he got home at 4, I think. So we're trying to keep it quiet. Dad's like, no, stuff him.
He's actually pretty good. Like, he doesn't make a lot of noise when he comes home. And I didn't even hear him.
I did, yeah. I like that I hear someone coming in our front door though. That freaks me out more because our bedroom's literally right there. Anyway, we are doing something different this morning. We're doing a Facebook Live, which I think we've never done a dedicated Facebook Live, have we?
We have for like, YouTube. We're doing YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
We haven't done a dedicated YouTube Live because we've done Dan versus the Kitchen Live, but that was both YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
So what we've started doing is the favourite things. We're going to try it for a little while. We're going to film it live once a month, Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. So by the time this comes out, we will have already done it because we're about to do it now.
So we've got to set that up. What else are we doing today?
I'm taking Tom's sister, our niece, Abby, for a driving lesson. She is currently driving her mum's car. She's only just turned 16, so she's just right at the learning stage of learning.
Yeah.
And
she wants to take my car because I have a Kia Rio, so a small little learner's car.
Yeah, because she wants to. When she buys a car, she's thinking she wants a small car, so we just want to take her out in Erica's and see how she goes. We also have another big event happening today. We have sold the sauna.
Yes, big decision.
We enjoyed it, but we just didn't use it anywhere near enough.
Yeah. And in summer, we particularly don't use it. So.
Yeah, and it takes up, like we only have a pretty small house, and it takes up a
big footprint.
Yeah, so we'll show you where it is. So it currently sits in our little
kind of sunroom, which is my desk where I work.
Yeah, and it blocks off that window, and it also means these doors can't open.
Yeah, so this into our lounge room, we have to have this like this all the time, and we'd really like to be able to open it up.
So this is hopefully going to today. The guy's been here a couple of times. He's got to be able to dismantle it and everything. So hopefully that's going this morning while I'm doing the driving. Erica's doing the sauna. So and then we might show you we might try something here, and we'll show you what that looks like.
Yeah, we've tried so many different things in this area and never actually done it. We used to have like a bookcase and then like a chair, but we didn't ever sit there. We've had the exercise bike here before, but it gets very hot in this room in summer, so it's not ideal for that. And also, we do have people walking past right here. So if you're on the exercise bike, you feel like a bit of a...
One time I was on the exercise bike, and a chick pulled up here, and she obviously didn't live here, and she was like looking for somewhere, I don't know, she was looking for a house, and she's like, excuse me, I'm like... Are you serious? I'm like inside my house. But we also liked having the window open because we had a little shelf here and like... Yeah,
like if you had
and it was too close. So anyway, bike's been moved.
Yes.
Sauna's going.
I have a big coffee table that we have in the spare room that it's just too big to have in there. And because we've had Dan's mum, we've had Tom staying, we've been schlepping it in and out. And I thought maybe it could go here and I could set up a little food photography spot because I can kind of adjust the blinds. The only thing is I have problems with, like I like using natural light, but this
kind of tinted or something.
No, the
reflect, yeah.
See the light comes through in this thing, but I can maybe use like some like a diffuser, like kind of make it more
soft.
Yeah, like frosted kind of. And there's a window there as well, which I don't think has... It does.
The security screen.
I've kind of got like 2 windows there, which means it's kind of good to move around. Yeah, we'll see. Because normally... Sorry, the intro to this vlog's turned. I was just telling you everything.
We haven't talked to the vlog like this for ages.
So normally I do it here, which is nice with the frosted window now because I don't get the security screen and it just diffuses the light a bit. It's not so bright.
Well, we can always do that on those windows.
Yeah, that's true. But also it's on our dining room and like our dining room table, and I end up making them, you know.
And then I tidy it up and then
around.
there's an argument.
So hopefully that we can try all the other way, because that would be a good use of that space, and I can leave stuff set up in there because also I have a big light and stuff that I use if the lighting is not great. So we've moved the exercise bike out into the new back room, which is really nice because I did it the other day and I was just like looking out onto our beautiful garden.
Update to come. Pending, has been pending for about a year.
Next week, fingers crossed, we're doing the big before and after of the backyard. Can you believe it? The video. What? Yeah, subscribe. Anyway, this is...
People subscribed a year ago to see the end of that.
So this has been a good spot for this. I think it kind of just fits in here nicely. And the other very exciting
this
thing
is like the biggest news of the whole year aside from the back.
Ta-da! Our washing machine finally died and we got a new one, and it looks so much nicer. So now we're getting
dryer is next month.
That way we're saving for a new dryer next month.
Sell the sauna, buy a dryer.
I was going to say maybe some of the sauna money can go towards a dryer. But yes, it looks so much nicer. It's so much quieter. And it spins like the difference between like, because our washing machine was 15 years old, and obviously just the technology and everything is so much better now. But like I'm talking, you know, we couldn't have stood here.
No way.
And it just looks so much nicer because the other one was all yellow and like, you know, nice new kind of laundry. It's very exciting.
Let's set up for the live.
We're still deciding what we're going to do for our favourite things. Nan's just getting her computer ready. I don't know why I get nervous about YouTube lives, just because I feel like there's always going to be...
We haven't really experienced too many idiots when we've done it, but yeah. It's been the reason that we haven't really... don't show my work computer.
Okay, we'll have to talk about this later on. Parkrun. Also, I have been working on a protein pancake recipe without protein powder. This is the third iteration.
Yeah, but you've done pretty well.
Yeah. Hopefully this is the one. So I'm just going to cook. Well, we've still got 20 minutes until the live, so I'm just going to try cooking this to see what it turns out like. For anyone who isn't following along with our website, we've started doing themes each month for our recipes. So we're currently in September and we're doing protein packed breakfasts. So I wanted to do a protein pancake, and this one hopefully will be delicious, low carb and no protein powder. That's my aim. Doesn't look that great at the moment, but hopefully once it cooks up it'll be fine. The other two recipes have been really good so far. So we did a protein chia pudding that had like Greek yogurt and stuff in it.
The chicken patties are good.
Yeah, chicken, apple, sausage patties, which are really good to have with your breakfast because they're made with chicken mince, which has heaps of protein in it. And it has one apple in the whole recipe. So don't freak out, they're still quite low net carbs.
I think I were like 2 grams per sausage
and they're really yummy. We are out of practice with vlogging because it's been over a month since we came back from Queensland and we haven't filmed any videos, and we just realised we didn't have the microphone on the camera. So hopefully you've heard everything we said so far.
The microphone is now on, so hopefully you can hear us a little bit better. How do you think it went?
Well, I'm happy with the texture.
The texture's good.
It stayed together pretty well. It does, it's got chia seeds and hemp seeds in it, so it does have that nutty kind of flavour.
It just needs like maple syrup or whatever.
What do you think too?
It's nice. I mean, you probably wouldn't eat it by itself.
No.
But you don't eat pancakes by themselves anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So, we've got our notes here so we can moderate the comments if required. And then up there to actually stream. We've got our favourite things here. Our cups of tea.
Cup of tea.
You ready to go?
I'm nervous about this for some reason. I don't even know why. We've done lives heaps of times before.
We haven't done one for ages though.
We haven't done one for a really long time. So
And
anyway, please support us. Come and watch the live. It'll always be Sunday at 9 o'clock once a month. We'll announce it on Facebook. YouTube will have like a scheduled thing as well.
Yeah.
I think
Just
if
to
you've
have a
got
chat, like-
the notifications turned on, like subscribed and notifications turned on, you will be advised when this is coming live. We're proving that we're actually doing it.
But we've got a new washing machine and hey, the live was all done. How did it go,
good.
Dan?
I think it went really
Yeah,
well.
I was
there
happy with
wasn't heaps of people there,
No.
but I think it's going to be a really good way of doing that touch base with our
Well, it's the only way
followers.
we get kind of direct interaction.
Yeah, and we like doing that.
Yeah.
We do really like doing that. We have people that we've kind of grown to know through this channel. People like Kerry and Annette, they were both there.
And Kelly, yeah.
And Tracy as well.
Yeah, and Marie. So
yeah.
yeah, no, it was really good. So yeah, come along next time we have one. Have a couple with us. I'm just getting some breakfast. So we have some things in the fridge that we need to eat. These are some of the breakfast patties that have been in the fridge for a while, so they probably need to be eaten today. And then we've got some of these veggies. I roasted them up on Friday just because I was trying to clear out the bottom of the vegetable drawer. So I'm just going to heat these guys up for breakfast. We also now have in the fridge this hodgepodge of various stages of protein pancake recipe testing. I'll just put that away to deal with later. She's so desperate to go outside, aren't you, Scout? I know, darling. I know.
She'll sit at the open window or the open door and meow for ages, won't you, darling? Especially if we're out there, sitting out there and she's not out there. She's really not happy about that. So, Dan has just gone to take my niece on a little driving lesson. The sauna is just gone. All this space now. We'll see what we can do. Surprisingly, there wasn't actually that much. I thought there would be a lot of dust and cat balls and everything under it, but no. The people who purchased it needed to borrow the step ladder to pull it all apart. And Dan went into the spare room, which is where my nephew is sleeping, and he didn't even disturb. She went in and got it out of the wardrobe and he didn't leave a bunch. Oh, to be 19. So I've arrived to pick up Abby to take her for a driving lesson. Hopefully we go okay. She's really at the starting to learn to drive stage, so we'll see how she goes. We're just going to drive around the back streets, I think, and I'll give you an update when we're finished. So I'm just out the front and I'm going to tackle our little front garden that we have. I started weeding it yesterday, but it started raining, so I didn't get very far, but I'll just show you. So we have these grasses and then these little bottle brush, I think they are. So there's all this. This is from this tree. It's a crepe myrtle that pops up everywhere, and then the little clovers. So I've done that little part. I need to do the rest of it. And then I've got some mulch. This is tea tree mulch, which they used in our back garden, which we really liked. So I'm going to use that. I've got some more in the shed once I've weeded it. And then
we need to tackle this. And then front garden, which we have just completely neglected. Look at the grass. So we're going to pull up probably most of the grass, weeds, these succulents. We just don't like them. Our tenant planted them everywhere. Yeah, and then mulch all in here, give it a good water. And hopefully Dan will be home at some point to help me. I've just got my AirPods in and I'm going to listen to a podcast and get going.
Well, I survived. We're swapping over. She did really well. We even went and picked up her mum to show her how well she did. She did really well. And driving the smaller, Erica's car is a Rio, and I think that was the difference. Erica's sister drives a Sportage. It's quite a big car. And also Abby is left-handed, the same as me. So I think doing it with me was good for her. Hopefully she enjoyed it.
Okay, so this part is all done now. It looks heaps better. Just the mulch even made a big difference, apart from all the weeds. And the water's had a good water, so hopefully that will stay like that for a little while. Now to tackle this mess. 12:23, and it has emerged from its slumber.
Yeah.
Did you have a good night?
Yeah, I did.
Dan's home?
Yeah, she did really well. I mentioned in the video I took, but she did a really good job. I think the car size is a real difference. And like, Erica's car doesn't have a lot of power, which I think is good. She puts the foot down in her mum's car and she kind of goes a bit faster than what she wants. Whereas you don't get that in Erica's car.
Definitely not.
Look what I got last night.
Oh my God, Tom.
I found these.
Rocking them.
Yeah, I got the shades, so I'm chilling now.
Well, we didn't factor in
The bin.
that we only have this much capacity to fill up the bin, but this big conglomeration has been minimised.
And it's been a shit fight in there for a long time.
We don't swear on this channel then.
It's been, there's no other word for it.
But we've made a bit of progress in here, and it was amazing how much it was on the path. Like, we've actually regained the width of our path.
Yeah, and we can trim this now so that it doesn't, so we can trim this so that it's not encroaching over the path as much.
Yeah.
And it will be way better, but it was hard to even see that before. So
yeah, we're just going to have to wait until our green bin
next
gets
weekend
emptied on Wednesday, and we will tackle the rest of this then.
So I was getting the light down from its secure position and the globe smashed.
There's so many
everywhere.
pieces. I want to cry. I don't even know where to start cleaning it up.
So that's a job we weren't planning for today. So we actually have both cats out. Don't know whether you can see Scout up there, but Scout's up the back there.
This is the first time we've had them both out at the same time.
We bought a second cord, and the second cord is a good harness, but it's very short. So this one that Gem's on, the cord's pretty short. Do you want to go back in?
Not sure what you want. It feels so nice just having these doors both open again. We haven't had that door open for basically, no, closed, I should say. Closed or open? I don't know. Like this, we haven't had it like this for 2 years, and it's just opens up the house a lot more. So I've got my light here. We just obviously need a new globe. That's the diffuser that goes over it. These are the backdrops that I use when I make. They're very easy to change around. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know, but we'll just try it. We haven't like spent any money or anything. It's all just things that we had. So what do you think, Dad?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean, the thing will be at the moment you use the dining room table, and to take an over the head shot, you're like standing on a chair, and like at least you could like just be over the top of it potentially at that lower level. Yeah. And I guess it depends on if you're ever really like down. You're mostly over the top, so I think it would work okay. It might just be figuring out the light situation. But I'm sure we can.
But it's also lighter here now than it is at the dining room table at this time.
Yeah, because we don't have the house blocking at this part as much.
It probably gives me more of a time window.
The other thing I was going to talk about is parkrun. I'm sure a lot of you are sick of me talking about parkrun, but I joined like a parkrun tourism Facebook group, and there's lots of different challenges and stuff that people do. But one of them is an alphabet challenge, and that I kind of really like the idea of that. So doing a parkrun for every letter of the alphabet. So like I've done Airlie Beach, I've done Newey. So the main one I do is Newey. So that's N and A, and Harvey Bay, and the one at Townsville was Riverway, and the one at Adelaide was Torrens. So I've done 5. Thank God there was no overlaps. And there's only one letter of the alphabet that doesn't exist, which is X. So I've gone through and I've made a list of all the ones that are either reasonably accessible to us. The Z one, there's only one, and it's in Queensland, so that might be the most difficult one to get. So yeah, it's kind of, I'm thinking of setting that as my 23 challenge, is to get the alphabet next year, because I'll do some that are easy to do here. B, this year,
Blackbutt, C, Callahan,
S, Stockton, Fingal Bay is, so I can get another 5 or so quite easily with what's around here. So yeah, just something. I always like a challenge, you guys know that. Hopefully you have enjoyed coming along with our daily vlog. We haven't done a day vlog for ages. We've done the trip vlogs, but we haven't done a daily vlog for a long time. Coming along and doing our jobs with us. If you have, give us a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.